Hello and welcome to the original Rushman Show, where we will be taking an historical look into the mystical, magical, musical world of Rush, highlighting the career of Rush as seen through the eyes of a Rush fan of over 45 years. So join me on this journey by subscribing below, and maybe you will discover the Rush that I know. Hello and welcome to the original Rushman Show, where we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Test for Echo. Test for Echo is an album written in the 90s about the 90s, but the album ends with an eye to the future, an answer to the question, where do we go from here? How do we proceed forward into this technological era without dragging old, antiquated ideologies with us? Now, do I think Rush planned it that way, that they were thinking about any of this? No. But I do believe that artists have a way of seeing around the corners of history. Planning the song order of an album is a very arduous task, made harder now that there aren't two sides to an album. Rush comes up with many different arrangements, order, and tries to create a musical flow for the album. The result? A perfect progression of music and lyrics from the 90s, ending with a glimpse into the future. Rush didn't put those songs in that order for any particular reason, but they did put them in that order. I remember back in 1977 reading lyrics by Neil Peart about a black hole, back when nobody even knew what a black hole was. Though I thought it was genius, I thought he was just making it all up. And then years later, I discovered that it was uncannily accurate, perfect in its astrological description, constellations in perfect order, and a real black hole, Cygnus X1. Now, they didn't call Neil's lyrics cheesy back then. They just called them pretentious. In 1996, Neil wrote a song called Virtuality that explores the then emerging phenomenon of the internet and cyber relations, when very few people even had the internet. Today, the song is often criticized for having dated or corny lyrics like "put your message in a bottle" and "net boy and net girl." But many of us just appreciate the heavy guitar riff and are amazed by the early observation of how the digital world would change human interaction. Virtuality describes the amazing possibilities of the internet, like having information at your fingertips and the ability to share that information to the entire world. Information technology has the ability to either enslave us in a virtual world or set us free. In a very flowery way, I believe Neil was pushing the positive aspects of virtual reality for it to be used for good and not evil. If you look at the lyrics as a whole, I believe Neil's colorful, descriptive writing in this song is absolutely amazing. So now let's take a listen to how Alex and Getty interpreted those amazing lyrics in Virtuality.
Shipwrecked mariner, adrift on an unknown sea, clinging to the wreckage of a lost ship fantasy. I'm a castaway stranded in a desolate land. See the footprints in the virtual sand. girl, send your signal round the world. Let your fingers walk and talk and set you free. Net boy, net girl, send your impulse round the world. Put your message in a modem and throw it in the cyber sea. Astronauts in weightlessness of pixelated space exchange graffiti with a disembodied race. I can save the universe in a grain of sand. I can hold the future in my virtual hand. Net boy, net girl, send your signal round the world. Let your fingers walk and talk and set you free. Net boy, net girl, send your impulse round the world. Put your message in a modem and throw it in the cyber sea. Let's dance tonight to a virtual song. Press this key and you can play along. Let's fly tonight on our virtual wings. Press this key to see amazing things. To see amazing things. Like a pair of vagabonds who wait between two passing trains, or the glimpse of a woman's smile through a window in the rain. I can smell her perfume, I can taste her lips, I can feel the voltage from her fingertips. Net boy, net girl, send your heartbeat round the world. Let your fingers walk and talk and set you free. Net boy, net girl, send your impulse round the world. Put your message in a modem and throw it in a cyber sea. Put your message in a modem and throw it in the cyber sea.
Well, one thing that I don't want anybody to ever forget is that guitar riff with bass and guitar were playing the old AOL dial-up signature as the internet was dialing up. That's the sound that it made. That somehow they turned that into a rock song. Just the most amazing thing ever. I did think the guitars were awesome in this song, and I can see the cheesy side, and somebody might think that, but can very easily overlook the cheesiness or the datedness. I wouldn't say cheesy as much as I would dated, but that's part of the deal. He wrote this in '96. Regardless of what anybody else may say, I love Virtuality. I think it paints a wonderful picture of the future. Now, if we can resist the evil trappings of the world, which means if we push love and respect all around the world, at some point, evil will cease and desist. The next song is called Resist. Resist, according to AI, is an introspective, acoustic-driven song about maintaining individual autonomy, personal integrity, and emotional strength in the face of temptation, pain, and life's pressure. It focuses on the struggle of the human condition, emphasizing the need to resist compromising one's core desire or value. Now, I'm just going to talk about the lyrics of this song. I'm not going to play this song. Resist starts with, I can learn to resist anything but temptation. I can learn to coexist with anything but pain. I can learn to compromise anything but my desires. I can learn to get along with all the things I can't explain. Now, to me, that's kind of like a narcissist. You're going to give in to all your temptations. You're going to avoid pain at all costs, even if it means burying your head in the sand and not knowing what's really going on around the world. You can compromise on anything but your desires. So you're just going to go around doing everything that you think about doing when you want to do it, kind of like do as thou wilt. And that's not a very successful recipe for a happy life. Then it says, I can learn to resist anything but frustration. I can learn to persist anything but aiming low. I can learn to close my eyes to anything but injustice. I can learn to get along with all the things I don't know. You know, a normal person, that's how they live. They try. They resist to the most that they can, being frustrated with all the things that come along with life. And no one should aim low. Everybody should aim high. You don't want to have low expectations for yourself. And it says, I can close my eyes to anything but injustice. And everybody feels the same way. They can't just stand by and watch an injustice happen in front of them. And the most important thing is I can learn to get along with all the things I don't know. Because what you don't know can fill the universe 1,000,000 times over. What you do know is stuck right inside your head. So realize there's more that you don't know out there than you'll ever know. The next part is probably the most important stanza of the entire song. You can surrender without a prayer, but never really pray without surrender. You can fight without ever winning, but never ever win without a fight. And then it closes with the last two lines of the song are, I can learn to close my eyes to anything but injustice. I can learn to get along with all the things I don't know. To me, this song provides three ways we can approach the future as humans. You can go through life self-absorbed, clueless to the world around you, or you can try to be a good steward and be the best person you can be, or you can ask for help from God in prayer and build a society of faith. From a 1996 internet point of view, if we were going to join this information technological revolution, we have to learn to accept things that we previously didn't know. New information creates new conclusions, and we have to accept the truth. The truth will rise to the top, and good must win over evil. The next to last song is an instrumental called Limbo, but the final song on the album is called Carve Away the Stone, a song about personal responsibility. According to AI, again, Carve Away the Stone is about overcoming life's burdens, personal mistakes, and the futility of human existence by taking personal responsibility and shaping one's own destiny. Let's listen to Carve Away the Stone.
You can roll that stone to the top of the hill, drag your ball and chain behind you. You can carry that weight with an iron will, or let the pain remain behind you.
So you can either push that stone all the way up the mountain, or you can chip away and make it a smaller stone. If you want to have a brighter, happier, more successful future, then you have to take care of yourself first, and then work on helping other people around you after you've eliminated or reduced your own burdens. Yeah, that's easier said than done. Seems like my burdens just keep multiplying year after year. Just when I think I've got them all under control, something else bad happens and it starts all over again. But recently, with each passing day, the burdens just keep getting lighter and lighter. I see the golden light at the end of the tunnel. The information war is real, and the truth wins. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the original Rushman Show. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and make a comment. And if you like the content of this video, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.